That was very nice. Can we get one more round? All right. Good morning. My name is Cindy Wicker, and I serve on your board of trustees. My pronouns are she, her. I am a white woman, short, with blue and purple hair, shoulder length, wearing a green top and black skirt. Thank you for joining us, both in person and online. Here's an oldie but a goodie. Are you ready? Please take a moment to silence your cell phones. We haven't seen that in a minute, but it's back, guys. So please silence your cell phones. And your watches too, because we're all connected to our smartwatches too. So you may have noticed that speakers during worship are providing a brief visual description of themselves. We do this to increase our inclusivity and welcome for people who live with visual impairments and for those who are listening online instead of watching. Please use the QR code on the screen to let us know you're here and to find a virtual order of service, as well as information about giving. Right there. If you are visiting for the first time this morning, welcome. We invite you to gather here in front of the candle table after the service to learn more about us and receive a small welcome gift. Also, after the service, anyone can join me or another board member to chat about the many things happening at church. We have a few announcements to share this morning. All First UU members, be sure to get your online annual meeting vote in by tonight. You should have received a link via email. If you are having any difficulty voting, reach out to the board. Once voting closes, we will find out the results of our vote on whether to adopt the proposed 8th principle. If you would like a space to be together and support one another, please join us for 8th principle vote connection time on Zoom this Tuesday from 5 to 6:30 p.m. See the Friday news for details. Caregivers of young children are meeting again. Meet up following service today in room 101 or the playground. Contact Heather Stone to be added to the small group chat or to get all the updates. Thank you for joining us today to celebrate Juneteenth. I'd like to welcome our coordinator of multicultural engagement, Minister Shannon High, to continue the service.
Good morning to all of you. I have my allergies acting up today, so I'm going to sound like a cartoon character, so I apologize now. I am, as was introduced, Minister Shannon High, your coordinator of multicultural engagement. My pronouns are she and her. I am a Black woman with a light brown complexion in my 50s, with a shaved head and clear framed glasses. Today we acknowledge that we are gathered on the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territory of the Shawnee, the Erie, the Kickapoo, the Wyandot, Lenape, Seneca, Miami, Ottawa, and all Indigenous peoples whose names have been erased and forgotten. We honor and respect the enduring relationship that exists between these peoples and their traditional territories. We recognize the ongoing impacts of colonization and strive to contribute to the healing and reconciliation process. By acknowledging the land, we pay tribute to the rich cultural heritage and enduring presence of Indigenous communities. Now please rise in body or spirit for our opening hymn. Let freedom span both east and west. Words will be on the screen and in the gray hymnal, number 148.
Span both east and west, and love Good morning. I'm Amanda Hayes. My pronouns are she, her, and I serve as your justice minister. I'm a white woman in my mid-30s with spiky short hair and glasses. And this morning, we send a special welcome to Manhattan UU in Kansas and the Reverend Dr. Isabel Call, their minister, who are joining us virtually this morning. While the Emancipation Proclamation of 1836 might be viewed as a step toward abolishing slavery, it is crucial to acknowledge that its promise of freedom was not immediately realized for all enslaved people. The proclamation applied only to Confederate states actively rebelling against the Union, leaving enslaved individuals in border states and other regions still in bondage. This stark reality persisted until June 19, 1865, known as Juneteenth, when Union troops arrived in Galveston, Texas, and enforced the emancipation of the last remaining enslaved people. This day symbolizes the delayed but ultimate fulfillment of freedom for all enslaved African Americans, and reminds us of the ongoing struggle for justice and equality. As we commemorate Juneteenth, let us honor the resilience of strength of those who endured and fought for their freedom. Their legacy inspires us to continue striving for a world where liberty and justice truly belong to everyone, without exception. Today is also Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all father figures. We thank you for your love, protection, and nurture of the next generation. And we also hold as a community the more complicated or even painful feelings this day may bring for those of us who have lost a father or have a difficult relationship with fatherhood. While our children meet Gus in the back to prepare to bring in the light, please turn to your neighbors to introduce yourself.
The kids just started heading out, so we got some time.
Our children are now bringing in the light.
Good morning. I am the Reverend Kelly McNeil. My pronouns are she, her, and I serve this congregation as your minister of congregational life. I am a white woman in her mid-30s with long, dark purple hair and purple glasses. Today, we light this chalice to be a beacon for those who seek equity and justice, and for those who continue the fight to make freedom a reality for all. Thank you, Amanda, for helping us light the chalice.
And thank you to all our children who brought in the lights. There are no Sunday school classes today due to the holiday weekend, but infant and toddler care is available in room 101. Families are also invited to pick up a busy bag out in the gallery or use the quiet toys in the We Worship area and in Slaughter Lounge back there. For a more relaxed environment, children accompanied by their adult are invited to explore the games and craft materials near the kitchen. Today's story is called The Undefeated, written by Alexander Kwame and illustrated by Kadir Nelson. This is for the unforgettable, the swift and sweet ones who hurdled history and opened a world of possible. The ones who survived America by any means necessary, and the ones who didn't. This is for the undeniable, the ones who scored with chains on one hand and faith in the other. This is for the unflappable, the sophisticated ones who box adversity and tackle vision, who shine their light for the world to see and don't stop till the break of dawn. This is for the unafraid, the audacious ones who carried the red, white, and weary blues on the battlefield to save an imperfect union. The righteous marching ones who sang, "We shall not be moved because Black lives matter." This is for the unspeakable. This is for the unspeakable. And this is for the unspeakable. This is for the unlimited, unstoppable ones, the dreamers and doers who swim across the big sea of our imagination and show us the majestic shores of the promised land. The Wilma Rudolphs, the Muhammad Alis, the Althea Gibsons, the Jesse Owenses, the Jordans and the LeBrons, the Serenas and the Cheryls, the Reese Whitleys, and the undiscovered. This is for the unbelievable, the we real cool ones. This is for the unbending, the black as the night is beautiful ones. This is for the underdogs and the uncertain, the unspoken but no longer untitled. This is for the undefeated. This is for you and for you and for you. This is for us. The end. This poem is a love letter to Black life in the United States. It highlights the unspeakable trauma of slavery, the faith and fire of the civil rights movement, and the grit, passion, and perseverance of some of the world's greatest heroes. Together, may we honor the accomplishments of the past while continuing to lift up the endurance and spirit of those surviving and thriving in the present. And now, let us remain seated with our hands over our hearts as we sing our beloved children back to their families with the song, "This Little Light of Mine." Lyrics are on the screen and also in the gray hymnal, number 118, and we're singing verses 1 and 2.
I always have to keep myself from getting up and clapping really loud and dancing when I sing that song. This morning, I want to speak a prayer to the four corners, the four directions, and then one in the center. We do these prayers to invoke blessings upon us as we gather here today. Please feel free to join me as you're willing and able, if you'd like to stand in the directions or even in spirit. And we will start as we first turn to the east. We turn to the east, direction of the rising sun and new beginnings. Great Spirit of the East, guide us with your warmth and help us to walk the path of enlightenment. Next, we will turn to the south. We turn to the south, direction of warmth, growth, and abundance. Great Spirit of the South, help us to cultivate our inner gardens with love and compassion, fostering harmony and community. We now turn to the east. We now turn to the west. We turn to the west, direction of the setting sun and introspection. Great Spirit of the West, guide us through the shadows, providing us with the insight needed to grow and transform. And then to the north. We turn to the north, the direction of wisdom, endurance, and stability. Great Spirit of the North, may we stand rooted in this earth, drawing from your wisdom and patience. And we now return back to center, the place of balance and connection. Great Spirit, guide our hearts with your love so that we may live in harmony and peace with all creation.
Good morning. Good morning. My name is Susan O'Donnell, and my pronouns are she, her. I serve on the nominating committee and also Anti-Racist Allies. I am an elderly, speckled woman with red hair and glasses. Today, I'm sharing an excerpt from the Emancipation Proclamation by the President of the United States of America, a proclamation. Whereas on the 22nd day of September, in the year of our Lord, 1862, a proclamation was issued by the President of the United States. containing, among other things, the following, to wit, that on the first day of January, in the year of our Lord, 1863, all persons held as slaves within any state or designated part of a state, the people thereof shall be in rebellion against the United States, shall be thenceforward and forever free.
Our Share the Plate recipient for June is People's Justice Project. Founded in 2014, the People's Justice Project, or PJP, builds the power of Black and brown people disproportionately impacted by state violence, mass criminalization, and incarceration by centering community organizing and leadership development. Our offering will now be taken and gratefully received.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. As we gather in this sacred space this morning, Let's take a moment, if you might, to close our eyes, take a deep breath, and feel calmness settle in. In this moment of stillness, we open our hearts to the profound and transformative meaning of this holiday, also known as Jubilee. Jubilee is a time of renewal, restoration, and liberation. It is a celebration rooted in ancient traditions where debts are forgiven, lands are returned, and people are set free. Jubilee reminds all of us of the deep yearning within every soul for justice, equality, and peace. In the spirit of Jubilee, let us use this time to reflect on the areas of our lives that need renewal. Consider the burdens you carry, the debts, both literal and emotional, that weigh you down. Jubilee invites us to release these burdens, to forgive ourselves and others, and to start anew with a heart full of compassion and grace. And it is with compassion we share the joys and sorrows of our beloved community. For our joys, we wish Pat Larson a very happy young 81st birthday. I'm clapping for that. We also this morning congratulate Kelly Rothert. Kelly graduated on May 11th from Columbus College of Art and Design with a Bachelor of Arts degree in animation and a minor in fashion design. Congratulations and happy birthday. And now, we'll be introducing our special music, Mr. Lou Burrell, who will be singing Go Down, Moses.
Let my people go. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land. Tell, O Pharaoh, let my people go. When Israel was in Egypt land, let my people go. Oppressed so hard they could not stand, let my people go. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land. Tell, O Pharaoh, let my people go. Oh, 'twas a dark and dismal night. Let my people go. When Moses led the Israelites, let my people go. Go down, go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land. Tell, O Pharaoh, let my people go. We need not always weep and moan. Let my people go. And where this slavery chains forlorn, let my people go. Go down, Moses, way down in Egypt land. Tell, O let my people go. Let my people go. No more auction block for me. No more, no more. No more auction block for me. Many thousands gone. No more driver's lash for me. No more, no more. No more driver's lash for me. Many thousands gone. Many thousands gone.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Pat Snyder. I serve on the Anti-Racist Spring Planning Team. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a white woman in my 70s with short white hair, red earrings, and a red and white or a black and white top. I'm going to be reading another excerpt from the Emancipation Proclamation. And by virtue of the power and for the power aforesaid, I do order and declare that all persons held as slaves henceforward shall be free, and that the executive government of the United States, including the military and naval authorities thereof, will recognize and maintain the freedom of said persons. Please stay seated now to listen to our meditative music.
Hello again. Again, I say good morning to you all, and also to, as Minister Amanda had mentioned, our siblings at Manhattan UU. As mentioned, we are broadcasting to them, so I was hoping that we could all say hello to them on the count of 3, if you can do it, okay? I'll also take sign language. And we'll count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Hello! That's for you at Manhattan UU. Thank you for being with us this morning. So our theme today, if you hadn't guessed, is Juneteenth. This is the official date to celebrate. The official date to celebrate would, of course, be this coming Wednesday on the 19th of June, but today in our beloved community, We gather to commemorate this day of profound historical significance, a time for reflection, celebration, and growth. I would also like to add, and I think I mentioned this before, that Juneteenth is also called Jubilee. So this holiday, often referred to as such, is synonymous with joy. And today, this morning, we are going to create a space for joy that we can enjoy together. I always like to do things to involve you all to get up and move or yell or shout. So before I begin the sermon, I would love for us to take part in a community ritual. This ritual will open the space for us to experience joy, if even for a brief moment, maybe even longer than many of us have allowed ourselves to experience recently or in the past couple decades. So this is how the ritual works. It begins with laughter. Now, I'm not going to do a comedic routine. I'm not going to dance. I'm not going to tell a joke. But we all have that joy inside, and we're going to do a ritual to just try to bring it out. It may be prompted by a funny memory, a happy experience, or even the infectious laugh of the person next to you. Manhattan UU, I'm inviting you to take part as well, to kick off your shoes and have a good laugh. This is a judgment-free zone. What happens in here stays in here today. So I'm going to start, and then I'm going to welcome you in, okay? So this is our space to let go of all the things that take up our days and distract us from laughter, which is basically life. This is the space to laugh in the faces of those who have hoped that you'd fail. This is our moment to laugh at the flat tire, the unpaid light bill, the late mortgage payment, unruly adult children, the neighbor's unkempt yard, and even that Kroger cashier that overcharged you for the bottled water. And I'm going to put the speed bumps, too, on this street. This is our time. So with that being said, I'm going to begin. I like to pace a little bit to work myself up, which is what I'm going to do. I invite you to do the same. You may stand up, you may sit down, you may do this in your spirit with your eyes closed open, however. But today we're going to bring joy into this space. This is your time. So I'll start, and then I'll welcome you in. I got a lot of funny things I can remember. Hold on. Woo! All right, funny. Anything that working in with the speed bumps. Woo! Come on, join me. Let it out. Let it out. Feel it in your belly. This is your time to laugh today. Donald Trump. We laugh in your face today. Little hands. Woo, God gave me that one at the last minute. I didn't even have that one planned. Oh my goodness. Okay. See, it wasn't even that hard, okay? This was your time. This was your time. Thank you. Thank you for allowing yourselves to experience joy, even for a moment, and we did it all together on this amazing Sunday. Do this at home at any time as well. I often do this in public, and I get looked at, but it's a no judgment zone, right? So joy was here because we created a space for joy together, and we have to understand that joy is not just a fleeting emotion. It's actually a powerful force that sustains us through our struggles. It is a form of resistance against oppression, a declaration that we will not be defined by our suffering. It shouts from the rafters that the spirit cannot be broken, that humanity and dignity prevail. Joy amidst struggles reaffirms life and the inherent worth of every individual. And to note, resilience is not just about enduring hardship. It's about thriving in spite of it. It's about taking the broken pieces of our past and using them to build something beautiful for our future. It's about finding strength in community and power in our diverse struggles. Black people have tapped into that strength. We've tapped into resilience in this country, even though the resilience of my Black ancestors in this country is a testament to finding strength and the indomitable human spirit. Despite being stolen from a homeland, the chains of enslavement, the oppression of Jim Crow, and the systemic racism that persists today, I have continued to find ways to experience joy. This joy is not a fleeting emotion. It is that profound statement of our humanity. It is heard in our music, seen in our dance, heard in our expressive and often loud laughter. Our joy refuses to be silenced. It's felt in our love. Black joy has always been intertwined with the fight for freedom and justice. It has been a source of strength, a means of survival, and a way to build and nurture community. And what role does community play in making room for joy? Let's think about birthday celebrations, anniversary dinners, even worship services. In the company of others, we find solidarity, support, and shared understanding. In community, we can lift each other up, celebrate together, and find strength in our collective resilience. Our Unitarian Universalist principles call us to affirm the inherent worth and dignity of every person and to promote justice, equity, and compassion in human relations. These principles guide us in building communities where joy is not just possible, but abundant. To make room for joy, we all must be committed to the action. Those of us who laugh today, committed to the ritual to experience something freeing. We must work to create the space for it. It means standing up against injustice, advocating for change, supporting initiatives that promote equality and human rights. It means celebrating cultures, preserving histories, and passing on the stories and traditions that sustain us. To make room for joy, we must be intentional. It requires recognizing the weight of our burdens and consciously choosing to embrace moments of light. Consciously choosing to embrace moments of light. Embracing light is not about ignoring our pain or our trauma, but about nurturing our souls with joyful moments so we can continue to fight while growing our capacity to stand in that light for warmth when our hearts feel cold. To make room for joy, we must consider the power of a half smile, a quiet chuckle in a crowded room, and the joy found in dancing to a favorite song in our living room. These are not just fleeting moments of happiness, but profound acts of defiance. I remind you, they are profound acts of defiance. Joy is a powerful force for healing and transformation. As Unitarian Universalists, are we creating spaces for joy? Are we creating spaces for ourselves to experience joy individually? Are we creating spaces for the joys of all humanity? It sounds like a lot. It's heavy. It's real. How do we even begin? We can start with recognizing and honoring the full humanity of every individual, including ourselves. We can then create environments where joy flourishes by supporting each other, celebrating our victories no matter how small, and nurturing our spirits. Juneteenth reminds us that though the fight for freedom is ongoing, this is our time for Jubilee. My Christian church upbringing leads me to say, for such a time as this, Today, we acknowledge past and present injustice while celebrating the progress made and the strength of those who have paved the way. We are united in our endeavor to honor June 19th. Our unity is essential in our journey towards true freedom for all of us. The fight for justice is far from over, and it requires all of us to join hands and to push forward together. The fight for justice and equality requires collective action and mutual support. I have to say that again, collective action and mutual support. It calls us to be allies, to listen to and amplify marginalized voices, and to work tirelessly for a world where everyone can live with dignity and freedom, a world where all can experience joy. This coming Wednesday, when we celebrate Juneteenth, separate and apart from one another, let us engage in activities that bring us joy. Please sing, please dance, please share stories, please reflect on the progress we have made as a people. Remember those who are no longer with us and honor their legacy by continuing the work they started. Or you be the one starting the work. As we celebrate Juneteenth today on this Sunday, let us honor the resilience and joy of Black people. Let us commit to creating space for joy in our lives and our community. Let us stand together, united in our fight for justice and equality. And let us never forget the power of unbridled joy in the face of adversity. Happy Juneteenth. Now please rise in body or in spirit to sing the Black National Anthem. Lift every voice and sing hymn number 149. We'll be singing verses 1 and 2. The words are located on the screen in the gray hymnal. Blessings.
Ring with all
Thank you again. All right. Today we have gathered, we have laughed, we've expressed and experienced joy. May we remember the struggles and triumphs of those who came before us, whose courage and perseverance paved the way for freedom. May we be inspired to continue the work of liberation, challenging oppression and embracing the diversity that enriches our communities. May we walk together in solidarity, fostering a world where every voice is heard and every person is valued. Go in peace, go in purpose, and go in the power of our shared humanity. Amen.
As we extinguish this chalice, let us carry its light within us. The flame may fade, but its message of freedom, resilience, and justice remains ever bright in our hearts. And now let us extinguish our chalice by saying our vision statement together. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of vision. As we go forth, let us heal and transform ourselves and our world through reason and love.